to you. Okay. Ouch. Give me 1 second. It's interesting. There we go. Alrighty. It is the elementals, the good stuff coming your way. We're going to start with fire, then earth, air, and water. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Interesting. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The good stuff. What's the good stuff? Good stuff coming for Aries, Leo, Sag. Hello. Good stuff coming for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. So fire signs, the overall energy for the reading is number 7, community, and it's pertaining to number 38, toil and labor. I know Aries has gotten this a lot, but as far as fire signs, I feel like there's something pertaining to you putting forth work and energy and effort into your community. We do have wise counselor, Taurus energy. You could be the wise counselor for the community. Maybe that's what you're putting forth work, energy, and effort into. You could also be just trying to have a higher level of commitment, or seeking out a guru your own self. We have the Queen of Air, specifically Libra energy. This could be somebody you're dealing with and or have it in your chart. It could just be the energies. This is somebody who is, I love this card because in this card we have butterflies and it's all about the mind because it is air energy, swords. So it feels very transformative, thinking, brilliance. It sometimes is considered a single mother card or a single person card. But this is also somebody who is very diplomatic. However, they are willing to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve them. And then we have balance, Sagittarius energy. Gosh, you have a lot of interesting cards thus far. Balance is all about divine timing, but it also does talk about like, don't overindulge, like pace yourself. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 53, Magician and the Mirror. And it is pertaining to number 10, Journey. Interesting. So Magician and the Mirror is all about manifestation and alchemy, as within, so without. And then Journey is, it almost feels like, I mean, for some of you, it could definitely be a trip you're taking, but it feels more spiritual than that, frankly, like a spiritual journey. We do have the King of Water in the underlying. You could have water in your chart, specifically Pisces, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and or be dealing with that. That's somebody who's very intuitive. Oh, Leanne, you're here. I missed you. Sorry to cut it into the reading. Highly intuitive, psychic. This is somebody who's kind, caring, compassionate. They feel things very deeply, energetically. So let's get into the clarifying. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. This is, again, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Next, we will be doing earth signs. All right. So what is this wise counselor energy? I almost wonder if you're like on a healing journey. We do, which is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Healing journeys are great. Again, with the community, the energy of community and toil and labor, it feels like you've been putting forth work, energy, and effort in your community in some respect. So, I mean, although I feel it could be literal, it doesn't have to be. Like, it could be your church community, it could be your spiritual community, it could be your actual community, but there's work, energy, and effort, toil, and labor that you've been putting towards it, towards a higher level of commitment, which again makes me feel like you're moving through some kind of a spiritual journey of some sorts. We have the Three of Wands with the Three of Swords and the Temperance card. Now remember, the Temperance card is exactly the same as the Balance card. So whatever this wise counselor is, it almost feels like you're seeking this out. It's something that you've been waiting for, but it's pertaining to, it almost feels like healing of the mind and the emotional, it's like healing something pertaining to, I mean, it is air energy. I know it's going through the heart, but it's mental more than emotional. And it's happening in divine timing. There's a need to pace yourself. I feel like it could be a spiritually minded community that you're joining, or you've been looking for your soul tribe, or again, some kind of a guru. Like, I don't even know that you've necessarily been looking for it. I know that it's taught about waiting for your ships to come in, but it almost feels like it's destined to cross your path, which I will mention quickly that the nodes have the nodes of fate, the North Node and the South Node. We have moved officially, no, on the 11th. I don't have a new calendar yet. On the 11th, in a few days, we will be officially moving into Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node for the next 18 months. That's kind of a big deal. Well, for me anyway, it's my nodal reversal. But it does affect everybody regardless. So that's, especially with Pisces, it feels like a lot of people are going to be going through some spiritual stuff. So the Queen of Air, again, Libra energy specifically, but it's Air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, is being clarified by the star card, Aquarius energy, the Lovers, Gemini energy, and the Nine of Wands. This could be a person coming in, a wish fulfillment, air sign specifically, or somebody who just embodies that energy. They could even be somebody that you meet in the community. Soulmate connection, definitely. And it's interesting because it's pertaining to, I feel like there's growth to be had here when it comes to some kind of chironic wounding. Definitely pertaining to the mind and the emotional aspects. What is balance? Well, divine timing, you're completing a cycle. That's good news. The World card, Aquarius, Capricorn energy. With the Magician, Virgo, Gemini, you're manifesting the Knight of Swords. Well, that's interesting because the Knight of Swords could be attached to that Queen of Air. Could be an air sign coming in for you. But it also could pertain to clarity, truth, honesty, communication, insight, some kind of psychic development, downloads that you're receiving, that you're manifesting, that you're creating in this new cycle. Again, in the underlying, we had the Magician and the Mirror pertaining to a journey. I'm feeling spiritual journey. And we have the King of Water, which again, could be a person. You could have that in your chart, but it also could just pertain to the energy, the emotions. Ooh, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. Let's see what we got going on. We have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. I'm trying to cover the knockedness of the two people in the card. The Two of Cups, which interestingly enough, this card is so strikingly similar to the Lovers card, with the exception that In this card, there's two people that are not chained and bound, and there's an angel. In this card, it's the same naked two people with the devil, right? So it's interesting because I feel like with the Two of Cups, this is talking about some kind of emotional toxicity, and I don't know if that's even the right word. It almost feels like it's something pertaining to shadow energy, like maybe there's codependence going on. But I feel like that's the magician in the mirror. You're on this spiritual journey, this awareness, this understanding. And unless you're dealing with a water sign who you've had some kind of a really toxic bond to, even if you are dealing with that, I still feel like this goes much deeper. I feel like this is talking about your abilities, not only your psychic abilities or intuition, but also your emotional connection in relations. What I do like is, even though I feel like you're on a journey to see how you've created these certain situations, in this card, we've got the healing symbol. So I feel like this is a healing journey. I also feel like with this Seven of Wands, there could have been some major defensiveness when anybody maybe tried to say anything about this. Like you weren't, not even say anything, but like you're not willing to receive or have that clarity. Like you didn't want to hear it from anybody. Your chakra card. It's like, what card is this? We have number 5, family. And also number 36, divine wisdom. You could have some kind of gift opening up, fire signs. Like, and again, family could even be that community card. But the divine wisdom, it makes me feel like you're manifesting clarity, and it's coming in like lightning in divine timing. This is all taking place in divine timing. Yeah, I feel like there's some guru of sorts that is coming into your life. And I feel like it's something that you've been waiting for, maybe not even realizing it. It's coming in to heal in divine timing. Like, and it's going to be like one foot in front of the other. It's not going to fix. It's not a quick fix. And I feel like there's definitely an air sign that could be a soulmate. That could be who's coming in for you. That is a wish fulfillment, a soulmate that's coming in to move you through this last layer of chironic wounding. So, fire signs, I feel like that is definitely good stuff coming your way. Definitely feel like that is awesome sauce. We're going to move on to the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Leanne, I missed you the last live. Not because, you're my bouncer, but like you were not here. It was noticed. And honestly, I literally did not pre-do my lives like I normally do, because I'm going to stream from my laptop. I think my internet service took a crap, because it kept saying that it wouldn't connect from the laptop. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but I had it all set up, and I'm like, I'm doing it. That's why it took me a minute to start this one, because I had everything going and I kept hitting it, and I'm like, it's going to work this time. Had it all set up and it did not work. It kept cycling like it was going to go live, and then it was like, no internet service, which I clearly have internet service. I mean, when I do it from my phone, like I'm using the internet. So mildly disappointed, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, just go with the flow. I guess when it's meant to happen, it will. Although, I don't know. I feel like our service used to be so much faster and better, and now it's like nothing's changed except for, I think, the service. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, I had it all ready to go. And it's weird because the one time that I did get it to work, even though it wasn't attached to the right stream, like, how did that happen? Anyway, enough about my streaming. It works on the phone, I guess. It just doesn't let me have the ability to use all that other stuff to, you know, monitor people and whatever. All right, I am finally done with the shuffling, and we are getting on with the earth at 16. Again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, full clarifications. Ooh, nice. What's the good stuff? Coming for the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Good stuff for the earth signs. Yeah, I just feel like this next 18 months is going to be a lot of spiritual awakenings. And for people who might have already gone through their, you know, are pretty up to pace with their spiritual awakenings, I feel like it's going to be expansion on that. Because it is North Node in Pisces. And then for people like me, who it's my nodal return. Okay. Earth signs. Overall energy. We have 2. Could be both of yours. I feel like it is. But it also could be pertaining to another person. So take it how it resonates. This is a collective reading. We have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. That also makes me feel as though this is meditation, receiving guidance, downloads, especially when it's attached to none other than number 32, Tortoise Spirit. You could be tapping into some major stuff here, energetically, spiritually, but it's also pertaining to a main male. So are you the main male? Maybe. And if this is a female watching this, I would assume that there's some connection coming in with a very spiritual man or main male in your life. But again, this is your energy, could be their energy as well. But this is, I mean, this person could be opening the door to spirit. This could be somebody who just really gets you into this meditative state, or maybe you meet them while you're meditating. I don't know. What I love is you have awakening, Pisces energy. You're getting a brand new perspective. And I feel like this is, of course, the energy to be getting a new perspective, for sure. But it's pertaining to the 5 of Earth. So is it possible that this main male left you out in the cold? Maybe. Maybe that's what that's pertaining to. We'll find out as we clarify. But this is negative thoughts manifesting into your 3D reality. And it does pertain to finances. So there could be a lack in finances, fear surrounding money. It also does talk about somebody being left out in the cold, ghosted, abandonment issues. But it is pentacles. So it's energy as well as your financial ducats, which is also just energy. We do have the Ace of Fire. So I feel like that is a brand new passionate beginning. It's amazing opportunity. It's about being bold, creative, and taking action, moving forward with passion, drive, and desire. New adventure. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 50, Angel of Strength. Love it. You're in your power. And I feel like what's putting you in your strength is number 7, message. I gotta be honest, I feel like it's a spiritual message. Like, what else is gonna put you in your power? I hope it's not some random person messaging you that's like, hey, what's going on? I mean, it could be. It could be. But I feel like when you're in your power, it's because you've taken your power back. You're not looking for external validation. That's true power. And I feel like you could be receiving, I mean, especially if you're sat in this energy, you're receiving some kind of spiritual messages, or at least in meditation, it's proven to release stress, anxiety, things like that. So we also have a page of fire. Well, pages do bring news. Maybe it is some kind of passionate communication, but this is also enthusiasm, optimism, movement forward again. It's a fresh new start. It's beautiful energy. So let's get into clarifying. And interesting, you have a lot of red in this reading, which you're not going to see yet, but I'll show you here in a minute. What is awakening? What is this new perspective that you're gaining? Okay. I really tried to flip this over the right way, but it didn't want to. So I feel like the new perspective you're gaining is pertaining to a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest moving knight in the deck. Some kind of opportunity coming in. In the reverse, it doesn't feel like it's coming in at all. Could be an earth energy, but so are you. So is it another earth sign, or is it you that's not moving towards anything? The reason I feel like you could possibly not be moving towards something, which I'll get into what that is in a minute, is because when an earth energy tends to move towards something, they're very loyal and slow to take, like they're not like a fire sign. And I'm not trying to pass judgment. It's just kind of a known thing. And it also depends on the other things in your chart, right? But a fire sign is like, it just gets passionate about something and it asks questions later. It's like action. Like, I see it, I want it, it's mine, going after it. Earth energy is like sitting back, like, I'm gonna ponder this and watch this situation for a while and think about it, and then maybe forget about it for a week, and then I'm gonna come back to it and then think about it a little bit long. Like, they're so slow to take action. So if you're not taking action, either you're undecided, there's more decision, like for whatever reason, it almost feels like you're not focused on something. But we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So is this that you're not focused, or is this somebody you're dealing with? Take it how it resonates. There's a soulmate connection. Soulmate does not have to be love. I just want to say that. So if you're like, no, I'm married, it's not me. Okay, great. That's, if you don't feel like it's you, watch your other placement. But a soulmate can be a friend. It can be any significant, I say relationship kind of lightly. Normally it's a relationship, but even a soulmate could be the person that changes your life when you're homeless on the side of the street and they just come up and say whatever words that somehow plant that seed and shift your life and change it. That can be a soulmate. So I don't know why that came up, but you're getting a new perspective. So either it's you not making action or taking action on a situation, and or somebody you're dealing with, but you're getting a new perspective. And I mean, you're really getting a new perspective, because we've got this card twice. It's literally clarifying a new perspective. And it feels like it pertains to this soulmate connection and lack of action. What is this Five of Earth? So the Five of Earth is being clarified by the Three of Cups, the Star card, and the Moon card. The Three of Cups is normally a celebration and a group coming together. It also can be depicted as overindulgence in drinking and third party. With the star card, that's all about wish fulfillment and having hope and faith in the future, some kind of future desire. With the moon card, Pisces, Cancer energy, that can be receiving intuition or needing to listen to your intuition, but it also does talk about fear. And it being that it's clarifying the 5 of Earth, I feel like there could be a fear pertaining to maybe somebody overindulging, maybe somebody not wanting to settle down, not wanting to partake in a one-on-one, or just not like wanting to engage in intimate relationship. They'd kind of like to spread the love. I find it interesting that these are negative thoughts that turn into things. So this feels like it's all fear. It feels like you're never going to get your wish fulfillment, or something's never going to work out, but it is literally false evidence appearing real. It's only a thought you keep thinking. And depending on whether you're the one that's not taking action or somebody that you're dealing with is not taking action, I feel like whatever this door to spirit is in this meditation is going to help you move through it. Not only do I think it's going to help you move through it, it is helping you move through it. There's definitely fear. It could be even affecting your finances. But I feel like it's pertaining to, again, I don't think this is celebration. I feel like this is, or maybe it's over celebrating, right? We do have an Ace of Cups on the bottom, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a new emotional beginning. With the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, the Two of Cups, and the World card. You are ending an old cycle when it comes to your emotions and how you are creating, manifesting emotional relationships. Like I said, it feels like there's soulmate connection, and you're needing to get a new perspective on it. And it doesn't, again, have to be love. In this scenario, I feel like you are manifesting love, but you're also closing out an old cycle. So if you are in a situation with somebody, it's closing out, or at least a cycle with that person is closing out. You could enter a new cycle with them. What is this Ace of Fire? Follow your intuition. I was hoping that was going to come out. Yep, you got a brand new passionate beginning coming in. And I feel like you're the one that's going to need to take action on this. It feels like this is passion, drive, and desire, creativity. The High Priestess, Pisces energy, follow your intuition. The Ace of Cups came out. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a brand new emotional. So we have an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups has come out twice with the Page of Cups. I feel like you're going to, I don't feel like there's a need to rush into anything in the respective, like, okay, let's get married. Let's have kids. Let's, whatever. I feel like it can be fun, playful, but I feel like there's a need to take action, move towards it. Turn this buggy right side up and put a little steam behind it. Like, just saying. What is this Angel of Strength with the message? Enthusiastic, optimism, creativity. Oh gosh. Earth signs, I feel like you deserve this. I feel like you deserve this. Hanged Man has come out 3 times. So this Page of Fire, the message that you're getting pertaining to your strength, your power. Ace of Pentacles. You now have 3 of the 4 aces. You don't have the Ace of Swords, but Ace of Pentacles, brand new tangible beginning. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I just threw it on the floor. Knight of Cups. This is movement forward, dating, romance. You could also be heightening your intuitive abilities. And the Hanged Man, you're seeing things from a new perspective, and that changes everything. And again, I don't know who this main male is for you, but I can tell you that this is what shifts your perspective. This is what's changing it. So definitely feel like you're getting a new perspective when it comes to a soulmate connection. You're seeing things differently. You're going to end up shifting out of that lack mindset, because I feel like you're also gaining clarity that there's fear and lack and possibly a feeling of being abandoned to some extent in there, mixed together. And that's all shifting. You're getting all these brand new opportunities. Meditate. Follow your intuition. You have 2 cards here that I'm going to read for you, Earth signs, before we move on. We have number 8, abundance. So this is the biggest red card, and then you had 2 fire cards, which for me feels like first chakra, stability, security, and it also feels like action. It's time to take action. And then interesting, we have number 24, listening. And I find this interesting because this makes me think of the air energy. It feels like there's a need to follow your intuition. Listen for the clarity. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle before we head on to the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right, let's see. Jadoba, I can't say that. But yes, you may ask me a question as long as it's respectful. So I understand the staying in the feminine energy and letting things come to you, but taking action doesn't have to necessarily mean you're going to go knock on their doorstep. Taking action means that I'm taking action to go within and shift my energy to gain a new perspective. Because if it's you that's not moving towards anything, like there's no movement at all, there's something within you that needs to shift. Excuse me. And that can be taking action. If you're a homebody and you're like, I have no desire to go out anywhere, taking action would be, okay, I'm gonna make a choice that I'm gonna go out and have lunch once a week. I'm gonna go to the library more. I'm gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna walk around the park, wherever, I mean, I know a lot of people like to just go to the bar, but you got to ask yourself, what are the kind of people? I was a bartender for 11 years. So is that the kind of person you want in your life? I don't know. To each their own, no judgment. But I will say that that's not normally the best place to find a person. But taking action would be like putting yourself out there, like as opposed to not, being out there at all. I can't remember, I swear, and it's on the tip of my brain here. It wants to come out. That there was this place that somebody mentioned. And I was like, God, that'd be the perfect place to meet somebody. Like that would be, and it's something that you would never think of. And now I can't think of it. Probably because it's something you would never think of. But it was like brilliant. And it wasn't the library. It was, I don't remember, but like go to a car show, like don't do stuff that you're not interested in, but, like if you're only interested in knitting, maybe you could find a person there knitting, or if you're a guy and you're only interested in like, I don't know, I was going to say rodeo, but I like the rodeo. So Like, I don't know what guys would be into that girls would be like, yeah, I'm not going. Um, Either way, that's the kind of action I mean. Feminine energy, you call things into yourself, but unless you're expecting them to come randomly knock on your doorstep, and I'm not saying that couldn't happen. I'm just saying that, like, yes, I'm calling in my perfect mate, but I never leave the house unless I'm literally getting out of my car to get gas or going to work. Like, there has to be action on your part that shifts outward and does stuff, like actually hangs out in the world, in order for that would be your action, right? Or if you are, frankly, I feel like you don't even have to think of the action. If you're in the energy of meditating and opening the door to spirit, you're going to receive divine guidance where out of the blue you're like, okay, I guess I'm gonna, go to, I don't know, craft store today, like out of the blue, and there is whoever, right? And again, soulmate doesn't have to be lover, could be, but they can't make it easier for them to find you by following your intuition and your guidance. 3610. 3610. I realized that I was doing the timestamps before, like the whole time I was shuffling, and realized people probably don't want to hear me blabber. Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Jazzercise. Yeah. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, moon, rising. Venus or cross watch. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Only the good stuff, please. Only the good stuff. Okay. Air signs. Overall energy, we have number 29, the World card, and it's pertaining to number 4, courtship. There could be an ending coming to a courtship, the ending of a cycle. But it also could be that you're going to have I feel like it's the ending of a cycle. I got to be honest with you. I feel like this maybe isn't what you're desiring. Maybe you've kind of like, it's been a while and you're like, yeah, this just isn't my jam. The World card is the ending of a cycle. I will say that doesn't mean that you couldn't start a new cycle with this person, because it could be the ending of the courtship. And then you're going to move into whatever comes after courtship, like, I guess, dating. And now we're going to, live with I don't know what comes after courtship. I mean, I feel like that's an old time word. So, I feel like it's like dating. Maybe marriage comes next. For some of you, not everybody. For some of you, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of over this. Done with it. We have the Emperor. Aries energy. Interesting. Could be dealing with an Aries Emperor. I felt like saying you could be dealing with an Aries. But I feel like it's the energy of the Emperor. Somebody who's very logical, organized. This is the energy of somebody who takes a leadership role. They are like the boss, right? They like to be in control, in power, and they're good at it. This is going to be interesting. It's only the good stuff. 5 of Earth. Are you dealing with an Earth sign? Because they got this in the same spot. Anyways, 5 of Earth. Negative thoughts turning into a lack. It is being left out in the cold, rejected. What's that word again? Ghosted. But it's also financial lack, and it's all stemming from your thoughts, your negative thoughts turning into things. And how do I know that you're definitely having negative thoughts? Because we have the 9 of air up in your headspace with fear, anxiety, turning a mountain into a molehill, like overthinking, over analyzing. We have a full moon in this card, so it could pertain to the full moon. But I feel like there's an ending of a cycle coming, and frankly, at this point, I'm not exactly sure where this boss fits in here, unless it's a boss that you're dating, that the courtship was with. But there's a feeling of being left out in the cold, and lack, and overthinking, and overanalyzing, and fear. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 5, attachment. To what? Number 11, sudden wealth. Interesting. Frankly, I feel like attachment is not the best of energies, unless it was like attached to spirit. Well, even then, I might be like, uh-oh, what kind of a spirit are you attached to? Because even in the card, it just almost looks desperate. She's chained to I guess she's chained to a rod. I thought she was chained to the stick. It's not really a stick. It looks like a log. But she's holding up a mask and staring at the mask. And so is it the idea of coming into sudden wealth? Are you having a problem with gambling for some of you? It almost feels like, and it doesn't even have to be wealth in that respect, money, but it's like you're attached to instant gratification. You're attached to risky business. I mean, it could be risky business if you're dating a boss. It just feels like you're attached to, well, like I said, risky business, something that is instant gratification, whether it's finances or not. I mean, we do have the 5 of earth, which maybe you gambled it. Maybe you have an addiction. Take it how it resonates. Could be somebody you're dealing with as well. With the Justice card, Libra energy, something's needing to come into balance. Hopefully it is. Hopefully that's the good stuff coming. We'll find out as we clarify. But I definitely feel like there's a cycle coming to an end pertaining to a courtship. And frankly, I don't think for the majority it's moving to the next level. I think it's just coming to an end. What's the Emperor? What or who is the Emperor? Interesting. So the Emperor is being clarified. I thought this was good because we have chaos in the reverse, which to me talks about this is no longer a chaotic situation, or there's no chaos attached to it. Drama. It's not drama. With this Emperor energy. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is the karmic wheel, things getting moving after a time of stagnancy. Pisces, Sagittarius energy, and it normally talks about positive forward momentum, unexpected like goodness coming. But I find it interesting because it's tied to the Devil, Capricorn energy. Are you ending this cycle with this person because there was some kind of drama, there was some kind of chaos, there was an energy of maybe they're attached. Maybe that's their energy in your underlying. Take it how it resonates. Or maybe you're coming to an awareness that it is risky business. Ooh, okay. Definitely feel like you're dealing with a fire sign. Or you have that in your chart. Okay. Something's going on here. And I definitely feel like you're dealing with a fire sign. And I feel like they're in the devil energy. And I feel like you're possibly coming to the end of a cycle with this person. Knowingly, desiring it. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. Sagittarius specifically, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. This is somebody who's very controlling, very manipulative. They use their magical forces for not good, in the respect of they can be very charismatic, but they also could be a sleaze. Male, female, not gender specific. And I mean sleaze by they get around, use people, manipulate. They like to be the center of attention, but many people's attention. It's like they're in their shadow energy. With the 10 of Swords, I feel like you're coming out of that 9 of Swords. You're having clarity. You're no longer up in your headspace. Like, you're done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Overthinking, overanalyzing. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're taking your power back. I feel like this is your energy. You're turning your back on this person, on this situation. Feels like they might have stabbed you in the back one too many times. By stabbing you in the back, I do want to emphasize the fact that we do create. Let me take that back. We choose the reality. We choose the creation that we're going to embody from whatever energy we're holding. So on some level, you attracted this person into your life. However, I feel like the lesson that you were meant to learn, which is why you're ending a cycle. Once you learn the lesson, it's like a celebration, like, woohoo, done with that, ain't going back. I feel like you've learned it. This person could have been they could have left you out in the cold. They could have ghosted you. They could have played those games where that energy where they're like, keep you kind of, I heard cheese grater, but I think it's like they're keeping you on a line. Well, there's a word for it, not cheese grater. It's like they keep you, they give you just enough to keep you on the line, and then they kind of disappear. I don't know what it's called. I guess cheese grater works for me, giving you just a little bit at a time. But I also like to see that you're majorly 10 of Wands dropping this load off, like at the dump. Like, I'm done. This is major. What is this 9 of Air? I love it. Yeah. You hit that 10 and you got your power back. You're seeing things clearly. We have the World card twice. You are definitely done. You're completing this cycle. Overthinking, overanalyzing, an old way of thinking and believing, done. You're moving on to emotional and mental calmer waters. Like, you've been through a storm and you're moving out of it. The 4 of Pentacles, you're holding on to whatever it is that you're desiring to manifest. It's like you're holding on to your creative energies, your desire to shift and create. Like, whatever you called in, you're shifting that so that you can create whatever it is that you desire. You're holding on to Gemini, Virgo. I don't know if I said that. And the World, Capricorn, Aquarius. Let's get to the underlying, because we have this attachment to sudden wealth. What is this? Is this that person? Maybe. We've got the Justice card. Could be you too, though. That could have been what you're moving through or healing. I feel like another card flipped. I guess not. Ooh, there you are on the bottom. Nope, it was probably you. You had an attachment. maybe to, I heard fast and loose energy. The It almost feels like, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with gambling, to each their own, but it feels like there's an attachment to living on the edge or going after the bad guy or the bad girl or having some kind of attraction to, I heard fast and loose. And so I don't know if it's like a lifestyle, but I feel like whatever's coming into balance, we have a page of wands, your passion definitely, and the moon card, Pisces, Cancer, the devil card, Capricorn, and the page of swords. What is coming into balance? I feel like your fear, possibly towards passion, drive, desire, um, and your toxicity pertaining to the way that your thoughts. I mean, we had the 10 of wands, which means that you're getting a brand new passionate beginning. We had the 10 of swords, which means you're getting an ace of swords, a brand new way of thinking, believing. And I feel like there was definitely fear involved pertaining to your passion, also toxicity, something, again, like whatever you were attracted to was something. I cannot stop with fast and loose, but like passion, drive, desire, like the bad boy or girl, the energy of the person that somehow always made you feel like it was the person that you just couldn't hold on to, it almost feels like, because, well, like they weren't there to hold on to. They were here, there, and everywhere. They were manipulative, controlling, possessive, like you name it. Definitely in their shadow, but you called them in. That's all coming into balance. That's all shifting and changing. That's your good stuff. You're taking your power back. I feel like you're definitely moving through a lesson for sure, and you're clearing it because you've got the world that came out twice. You have a new way of thinking, believing, clarity coming in for you, and you're dropping whatever this person is. And again, this is a courtship. It looks like it didn't look like it was some long-term situation, but it feels like you're releasing whatever that attachment is. We have number 5, family. Could be something pertaining to family, this thing that you're moving through. It could be like a family karmic wound that you're pushing through, because we also have number 17, inner child, which again could be something that happened in the family childhood, something that caused you to be attached to that kind of energy or attracted to it, if you will. We're moving on to les water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water signs. Oh, I should shuffle that one more time. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages. You must have missed it. It was family and inner child. Yes, I did. Excuse me. That's okay. That was an interesting reading, for sure. No worries. I appreciate you being here. And I really did miss you. In fact, I even told a Leanne and the 7 dwarf joke, and it just wasn't the same. Like, it's not the same if you're not there. In fact, now we don't have Vicky in the chat. Are you guys taking turns? I think from here on out, I'm literally going to just pre-do them and do them on my phone until I can maybe figure out what went wrong or what's going on, which is so disappointing. The earth and air being connected. Is that what you mean? 5527. I guess kind of when I'm reading, I'm not paying too much attention. I did notice that the Five of Pentacles came out for both of them. All right. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Scorpio. I don't know how that came out. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So please do take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Dude, that's a lot of cards for the water signs. A lot. A lot, a lot. Going out with a bang. Oakley Dokley. Okay, good. Okay, well, that's enough. It's enough. And in all fairness, water signs are normally last. So I guess they deserve a good one every now and again. And it's the good stuff, right? If only the water signs are getting the good stuff. Actually, fire wasn't bad. And I'm not saying the other two were bad. There was just a little prickly pear stuff in there. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Overall energy, we have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness pertaining to a main male. Are you the main male that is going through opening the door to personal healing and happiness, or are you a female dealing with a male that's going through it? Take it how it resonates. We have the Ace of Water. Well, not only is that a brand new emotional experience, it also talks about enhanced psychic abilities, which again, with the nodal shift, I feel like I should have been mentioning that for every element. But I'm sure I'll remember to do it when I do the February monthlies. Maybe. Anyways, the nodes have shifted. They are now in Virgo and Pisces. Pisces is the north node and Virgo the south node. So north is more or less what we're headed into, right? South is kind of already mastered energy. Anyways, expansion on lay spiritual aspects. But again, I feel like there is a brand new emotional experience taking place. We have the Two of Earth. This is juggling time, energy, effort. And if you see the water in the background, it is emotionally draining. And if you're trying to walk on a tightrope, I can imagine that it's physically draining as well. Could be pertaining to a Capricorn. Or you could have that in your chart. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically Capricorn energy. But this is, if it's not a specific person, it could be an energy. It's grounded, stable, practical, somebody who loves the physical, the 3D. It's also financially stable. What I'm actually seeing, though, is that you could be juggling between work and play, emotional, the spirit realm and the earthly realm. For some of you, that might be a little side note for somebody. Interesting. For the majority of you, I feel like there's a situation with a earth energy, male, female, excuse me, that is healing with a brand new emotional experience coming through. Anytime I have an ace of water with water energy. However, I definitely feel like your gifts are heightened at this time. We have the air, 6 of air. Yeah, I feel like you went through a stormy time, and I feel like you're moving into calmer waters, emotionally and mentally. Lovers, Gemini, Virgo energy, soul mate connection. Yeah, healing taking place with a person, even if it's your own healing. I definitely feel like there's an earth energy involved. It could also pertain to your financial, spiritual energy. We'll clarify here in a moment. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 26, hostilities. What? No, say it ain't so. Is this your energy or somebody you're dealing with? Why would you feel hostile? Pertaining to number 27, unexpected income. I'm wondering if that's somebody else's energy that's feeling a little hostile towards you because you're coming into some ducats. We do have the star card, Aquarius energy. This is wish fulfillment. It's also having faith in the future, but it's good energy regardless. And I feel like this is yours. I feel like somebody else could be in that hostile energy, but again, take it how it resonates. Because we have the 6 of earth, which again is you receiving some kind of windfall, balance coming in. It's good fortune. And the wheel of fortune, Pisces, Sagittarius energy. This is forward momentum. It is things getting a nice growth spurt in your favor, a positive shift and change that kind of comes out of nowhere. Unexpected progress. And I'm not going to pull all these cards, but we do have an ace of fire as well. Amazing opportunity, passion, drive, desire, excuse me, a new passionate beginning. So let's get to clarifying because we have a gaggle of cards that came out here for the water energies. What is the ace of water pertaining to? It didn't flip out, but I'm going to take note of it. We have the ace of cups, which is the exact card that we're clarifying. And on the bottom, we do have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. But it didn't flip completely, so we're not taking it. It'd be really cool if it came out right now, though. Do it. Do it. I'm just kidding. This brand new passionate beginning, passionate, goodness, a brand new emotional experience. It feels like it's almost a deepening of something. We have the Hanged Man. It was a new perspective pertaining to a relationship. And I feel like with the emotional detachment in the reverse, it almost feels like maybe at some point you or the other person had emotionally detached and came back around. I feel like that's the healing. There was a need to see things from a new perspective. Now, whether it's you or the other person who's finally doing that, I feel like that's what's causing the door to personal healing and happiness. It could have been you that was detached for a time. But I also will say that I feel like your abilities are heightened at this time as well. What is the 2 of earth? What were we juggling? Okay, so what we were juggling, we have the Page of Swords, and it's interesting because the Hermit came out sideways, and then the Tower landed on my knee sideways. I feel like Hermit, Virgo energy, the Tower, Scorpio, Aries energy. I feel like there was a juggle between your spiritual side and your earthly side. Interestingly enough, because with the Hermit, that's somebody who's going within, somebody who's following their passion, their drive, their desire, their North Star, their North Node. And And then we have the Tower, things that were not built on a steady foundation crumbling down. If you're stuck in the middle of, I'm kind of following my inner light and I'm kind of allowing things to, it almost feels like you weren't allowing, you weren't in your almost spiritual integrity, like really following your path. Like if you meditate every day, let's say you stopped for a while, or like you just got a little kerfunkled. I don't know how else to put that. You're like, I don't know if that's even a word. It is now. I made it one. Thanks. The the hermit energy, it almost feels like you weren't 100% walking your path. You weren't walking the walk, right? And then the Tower card, it was like you were trying to prevent a shift or change from taking place. And it was almost like, oh, the more I kind of go into this energy, the more this energy happens. And it almost felt maybe overwhelming. But I feel like there was a need to be truthful and honest with yourself. And I honestly also believe that that could have been what was taking place in this relationship as well. What's the Queen of Earth? I just heard it's a hard knock life. Queen of Earth, waiting for balance, things to come into balance. Libra energy, and for some kind of a windfall. Interesting, because this could be your energy. Could also be another person who was waiting for things to come into balance and financial windfall. But I also feel like I it's like I'm getting so many different storylines. It's kind of discombobulating. I definitely feel like this also pertains to the original, or at least to some people, with you trying to balance between your 3D and your intuitive 5D, if you will. Your grounded stability and then your whimsical spiritual. But I definitely feel like you're waiting for the balance to come in, that financial. We have the 6 of Pentacles twice, a windfall, good fortune coming to you, unexpected inflow of finances, which is the unexpected income. We have victory, success, and movement forward with Cancer energy and the Temperance card. It's all coming in divine timing, Sagittarius energy. What is this 6 of Air? You finally... Ooh, okay. Interesting. The 6 of Air is being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Star card, and the Knight of Wands. The reason I find it interesting is because you're no longer putting forth the work, energy, and effort. I almost wonder if it was too much. And that was what was holding it back. Like, you had too much going on. You were almost maybe trying to force and control. And again, not going with the flow. That whole not really allowing, like you were trying to control. But once you release, like, okay, I'm just going to take a hot break. I'm just not going to do anything right now. That's when things finally shift. You finally go with the flow, wish fulfillment, Aquarius energy. And the Knight of Wands, new passionate ideas, movement forward, creativity. I got to point out that we have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. And the reason I have to point that out is because when I set the deck down, it sat right next to the card that we're clarifying, which is the Lovers, soulmate connection. What is the Lovers? One more. We have the Ace of Swords, a brand new way of thinking and believing, which I feel like comes from that Hanged Man energy, Pisces energy. It's a new way of thinking, believing, seeing, truth, honesty, clarity, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, pertaining to a mental, it's interesting because it says broken heart, or it's meant to be a heartbreak. I don't feel like it's actually heartbreak. I feel like this isn't pertaining necessarily to emotions. It's a belief, it's a thought, it's air energy, it's thinking. Yeah, there's meant to be some rain clouds and some rain coming down, which is emotions attached to the thoughts. But I feel like this is all in your head, especially in this. I feel like you're getting clarity on some kind of heartbreaking mental issue. And that clarity is putting you back in your power. And it's definitely pertaining to a soulmate connection. That's the door to personal healing and happiness. I feel like it's pertaining to love of self and others, but deep love. And again, soulmate doesn't have to be romance. It can be, take it how it resonates. But I feel like you're taking your power back in a situation where you might have been, again, like I said, emotionally detached at some point. Maybe that was your old way of doing love, or it was normal for you, and you're gaining clarity on that awareness, understanding. Again, we have the hostility with the unexpected income. I don't get the hostility, man. Like, I don't know. Somebody's all upset that you're in the money or something. Wish fulfillment, having faith in the future. Well, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Feels like a lack of clarity. With the Eight of Swords, up in your headspace, overthinking, overanalyzing. Two of Wands. When we have a lack of clarity and a lack of connection to our higher self and divine guidance, we have a tendency to overwork, to overthink, overanalyze, and fiddle with the 3D as if that's somehow going to shift or change something. Hence why at some point you're like, okay, I'm just going to cool it and wait for guidance, a sign. And that's when everything happens. This feels like overworking because you had a goal, you had a wish, a hope, a desire, a wish fulfillment in the future. With the Three of Cups, a desire to celebrate and maybe even create new relations. For some of you, you could have even been a little over drinking, partying a little bit too much, especially with water signs, trying to self-medicate from stress. That could be your hostility. What's the Six of Earth? Well, the Six of Earth, again, this is good things coming to you. Unexpected inflow of money, which we have the unexpected income. It's pertaining to that Queen of Pentacles that we clarified. Is a Queen of Pentacles coming in for you, or you needing to be grounded and stable? We have the Nine of Pentacles, wish fulfillment, enjoying the fruits of your labor. With the Moon card, Pisces, Cancer energy. I don't feel like this is pertaining to fear. I feel like this is following your intuition. And if it is fear, it's like looking fear in the face and doing it anyway. Moving through that. Is somebody sharing with you? Because that could also talk about the Six of Pentacles. Sharing your wealth with others or vice versa. Other people sharing their wealth with you. Maybe feeling a little hostile about it. I don't know. What's the Wheel of Fortune? I know. Water signs is going on forever because we have like 500 cards that we're clarifying for them. Interesting. He wanted to come out and I wasn't going to let him. But here he is. The Wheel of Fortune, a fresh new start, the end of delays. It's pertaining to the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Interesting. And the reason I find it interesting is that I feel like this is talking about Gemini energy, I don't know if I said that with the King of Swords. There could have been self-deception or strategy pertaining to the work energy and effort that you were putting in, but it almost feels like that overthinking, that overanalyzing, trying to force things, manipulate things. With the King of Swords, it feels like what shifts and changes and this Wheel of Fortune gets moving is maybe you embody this, or it's somebody coming in and kind of like cutting it out for you, giving you the clarity, the truth, like the clear cut, like just stop, like let it go, cut it out. It also could be that, again, you were like overthinking, overanalyzing something, putting for too much energy and effort in the 3D as opposed to being open to receive. I heard out of your element. So it could have felt like you were out of your element, but it definitely is good stuff coming in for you. It's shifting and changing. You're dropping the burden of the overdoing. You are healing some kind of a relational situation. Could have been a wound. I wasn't going to, but I decided to clarify that Ace of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, karmic wound, something, chironic wound pertaining to the emotional aspect is shifting. I feel like it pertains to the spiritual aspect as well, because I feel like this is definitely could be a marriage, union of swords, celebration, but I feel like this is also pertaining to your templed path, and there's a need to really get back to your spiritual healing, your meditation, your receiving downloads and guidance. And how do we do that? Meditating. There's a million different ways to meditate. You can look it up online. Whatever works for you is what is best. But I will say that I feel like there's something that's been pulling you in two directions. You're moving past it. You are healing. A romantic or soulmate connection could be different than romance. Take it how it resonates. You are getting good things coming in. Don't know what the hostility is pertaining to the unexpected income. Maybe somebody's a little jealous or unhappy that you're coming into it finally, but things are definitely moving forward for you, water signs. It looks good. You have number 36, divine wisdom. Definitely feel like you have divine wisdom. Make sure you're open to receiving it. And it could pertain to number 17, your inner child, which is interesting because I feel like air signs just got that one. Was it air? I think it was air. So there could be something that's you're tapping into, inner wisdom pertaining to your, where have you been, Vicky? You're in so much trouble. I'm just kidding. Anyways, divine wisdom pertaining to your inner child, and definitely healing taking place. Definite healing taking place. So my goodiness, I know water signs got kind of an extra little jam there, but it's not my fault that 400 cards popped out on them. I don't pick how many cards come out. I mean, I do, roughly 3, unless more come out, and then I just normally take them. So yeah, I think I'm going to just continue doing it through my phone until I can figure out why it's not streaming from my laptop. It's really, really annoying. I just got to say that. Like, clearly, I've tried 5 or 6 different times, and I think it's time to follow the Pisces reading and just be like, let it go. Like, just keep going from the phone, which stinks because I had it all set up. It was perfect. I had it so that Leanne wasn't going to have to go crazy with bouncing people out of the chat. I had it so that, I think that was it. I thought there was one other thing. Oh, because when my lives upload, none of my chat stays in there. You can change it so that happens, but you can only change it when it's, yeah. So pain in the rear ski. I know. I tried it again tonight. which is why I didn't have a preset one, but I think I'll go ahead and preset Fridays in there. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if people are like, oh, good, she has a live coming, if they even know or not, but whatever. I think that's it. I'm really excited. I have, I'm going to get started on the February readings now that well, I'm probably going to wait until the notes have completely shifted, which is on the 11th. Stephen, I do super chats, but it's $5 per question. I mean, I would say actions speak louder than words, but if you're a Leo, I'm surprised you haven't just asked her, like, hey, you want to go on a date? Okay, so I think the fire signs were really good reading, and the water signs I thought was decent-ish. The earth and the air, ask Leanne. Yeah. Whatever. It's always the good stuff. I just have to figure out how to express that it was the good stuff. Like, oh, thank you, Happy Days. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Go back. And the whole reading might not be for you. It could be just a little snippet that you're like, ooh, that sounds good. And then the rest, like, not so much. That's not mine. No, not mine. Like, for me, when I saw the water reading, I was like, yeah. And then we started, like, the clarifying, and I'm like, and no. So, I mean, oh, thank you. I cannot tell you how much I wanted some of this water, but I didn't want to take the time to unscrew the top and take a sip of it. Why? I don't know. It's not like it took a half an hour to do so. But I feel like when I break up my routine of trying to shuffle, that I get all discombobulated. Oh, thank you. Happy Days. I truly appreciate you. And you, Vicky, and you, Leanne, and everybody else who joined, who watched. I appreciate you. You're all the reason that I'm here. I mean, I would probably still be here even if nobody showed up to my live because I like it. But let's not do that. Let's all just keep showing up. All right, I'm going to head out of here. Stephen, if you're still here in the thing, as a Leo, I would say, like, take some action. Don't be all weird about it, but like, hey, you want to hang out? I don't know. What's the worst that can happen? They'll say no. Then, whatever. Like, they'll probably be like, oh, what took you so long? 11 years long. I don't know. Normally friends first, and that's a long friendship. I don't know if you said friends or, yeah. Oh, best friends. Yeah. Like, that's the way to do it. You guys already know each other. That's just my personal advice, though. That's like, that didn't come from the cards. But if it were me, I would. Like, I don't know. That's just me. And if they're like weirded out, well, that's their problem. Especially best friends, they should be able to like be chill regardless. And you'd be surprised at how many people already know the vibe you're putting off. They're picking up what you're putting down. Maybe even if it's subconscious, there's like, I always knew. I always knew. Okay. All right. I'm out of here. For real skis. For real skis this time. I'll see you guys on Friday at 6 o'clock sharp, because I'm not going to try to fiddle with this stupid laptop. It's not stupid. It's a good laptop. I think it's the internet. It's crummy. It's because I live in a town out in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, I'll see you all soon.